notification stuff. I got pinged by Blue Sky.
Well, yeah, our Twitch server
I think I
is
did that
Ohio
too.
today. And I hear myself. That's my fault. Hold on. There we go. Had to mute my own Twitch stream so I can chat with folks. I'm excited just to relax and do some Shenanigaming tonight. October is like this huge mountain I have to climb through to get to any of the fun parts of my semester, which includes I just got to see Sarah in person last weekend, which ruled.
It did rule so much.
Yes. We saw Home Free and the Longest Johns and Sean Dagger in concert, which was awesome. And then at the end of the month, I get to see Dana and Laura and Kristen Negus and a whole bunch of other cool people at Game SoundCon. And then immediately the week after that, with no emotional break to recover, I go immediately to AMS with Dana and Sarah.
That's true.
It's going to be a party, road tripping in your
minivan.
We'll
with
see how
Dana
long
the snack.
I last. But I dug out my skeleton hands.
Oh, that's
excellent.
baller.
Nice. So we're going to do just
to...
some random Halloween-y stuff tonight.
Hell yeah.
Sarah, go ahead. You were going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say, Dana was doing the skeleton hands. Ben gets to go see Ghost in February, and he's very excited.
Nice.
Pretty good.
I can't spoil the details yet, incidentally, but behind the scenes, the organizers have gotten the AMS After Dark proposals in. That's going to be good this year.
Cool.
So I'm very excited about that as well.
I am in charge of. I have assigned myself sticker creation duties. So, and I really enjoy typography. So if anyone has any things that they're like, man, I wish I had a thing that said a stupid thing, but it looked like the cover of a Jams with that font and color, please let me know because I want to make that nonsense.
Very good.
Yeah, I love that
In
idea.
sticker form?
Did you know that there's a vinyl printer probably at your local library and you can just book it and pay by the linear foot and make like thousands of stickers to put on anything?
I know this because you've done this before.
Yeah.
I have, and I terrified Ben because I was like, so much power. And he was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I've gone mad.
So
I need creativity in that line because I don't like how all of my whiteboard calendars on my white wall look in my office, and I want to basically rip off Friends that had the picture frame around the peephole in the door and make a picture frame for around all my whiteboards.
I love that.
You know, but it'd have to be really big, so
Ryan,
I have to figure out how to do that.
Your local library.
Can you restart so we can talk about the Addams Family remix?
Sorry.
yes, we can talk about the Addams Family remix. Hold on, let me restart. I have to.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
There you go. Here we go.
Yeah, shut up about the stickers.
Aw. I want to point out,
I'm kidding.
as we wait for the Addams Family theme music to come in, because this opening like UFO thing is
Man,
boring.
Look at those free feet.
This is a
Different era.
1989 Sunsoft game, which means if you were expecting the Addams Family from the 90s, that is the millennial version of the Addams Family, this is not
With
it.
Angelica Houston.
This predates it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually based on the comics and the old TV show from the 60s instead.
Yes.
Which I watch every year because we have it on our server. Listen to that late Sunsoft percussion, y'all.
Yes, it's good.
It's so
It's a
extra.
bop.
This and Blaster Master are the last two Sunsoft games, to my knowledge, before they start adding custom chips to augment the sound. Because Gimmick has its own chip, I know.
I have a very strong recollection of this game coming out and reading about it in Nintendo Power.
Yeah.
The thing about this game, and we're going to get there shortly, is of all of the games in my personal collection, and I do have this one on cartridge, for the NES, this is the game that will justify your purchase of a rapid-fire controller on the entire system.
It's hard.
Because
I'm glad that Ryan is playing. It's frustrating and it is hard to finish.
It's a Nintendo hard game.
Yep.
it is
I
hard.
think I remember renting it once. I might have rented it from. It wasn't even Blockbuster yet. It was whatever predated Blockbuster.
The first thing we need to do is just go get a little bit of power here from killing these random things. The keys are good, that sort of issue. Alright, and now we can go in here. We'll pick up the first item. This is an early Metroidvania attempt, by the way. I say attempt because it's only so successful.
This one was always very much in like the same vein. It felt to me as like Willow. There was Willow-esque things going on here.
I agree with that take.
Yeah,
and it doesn't help that you only get 2 health. Like, I'm about to die. There, I have died.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
But it had like the...
Snap.
But it's fine. I start right back where I was with all of my stuff. And at the start of the game, that's totally fine, because you start at the start of the game. Later on, if you have to continue, it's a long walk from the start of the game to the end point. To the point where, starting about 15 minutes from now, if I die, we're just going to switch to another game.
Yeah,
I remember this having like the Zelda color palette and also the Zelda stairs. And wanting to be more excited about it than I was once I played it, because I was like, this is just not...
Yeah.
It's not Zelda, let's be clear. But it reminded me...
It does have the Zelda stairs, though, you can see that there.
It's very Zelda stairs, but it felt...
The health palette also gives Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, that's true.
And now I have
the portrait of
TNT. And we can go around here and use another key, I think, to get... I think it's vice grips here.
Yeah.
But we'll find out.
This kind of action reminded me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Like, there's that going for it, too.
Vice grips as in the tool, yes.
Okay.
Which you can squeeze yourself to unparalyze yourself. This is Adam's Family rules here.
Ninja Turtles always reminds me of Karen's house when we attempted it.
Okay,
so what now?
For Ninja Turtles reminds me of streaming from your house at NAC.
Oh, that's right, because we did try it there.
We attempted it.
Yeah, but this right here, this is very like, it's a weird mix of like Ninja Turtle, TMNT, Dragon Warrior level dungeons.
Yeah, and the music is quite strange too.
It is, and like Legacy of the Wizard, it reminds me a little, just vaguely of that in terms of level creation.
A soupçon of Legacy of the Wizard.
These green blobby enemies are, by the way, one of the only safe spaces the whole game provides to farm up all this stuff. Normally you would do it by hand. It takes a really long time. It gives you hand cramps. I'm 40 now, everybody. I'm sorry. We got the turbo controller going on.
It's the time of year for my favorite boo mug. He has little boo hands. He's
got a little semicolon, a little tilted semicolon face.
Those little boo hands.
That's so cute.
I love this mug.
Oh no, we don't want to get the red power-ups, by the way. Those actually decrease our amount of health, which is dumb.
What?
Oh, sorry, not our amount of health. The red power-ups decrease your gun level.
So I got fun things at Costco this week. Because I was out there fixing my phone. Oh my gosh, everybody. It was a simple screen repair, and it was such a saga. And it made me realize how much everything is two-factor authentication, and like just how much that impacted my daily life. That I like could not get into anything. So this week was rough, but I went to Costco, and the first thing I got was a jar of pistachio cream, like that has been in all those viral like Dubai chocolate recipes, and it's basically like smoother than a peanut butter, so you can drizzle it, or just eat spoonfuls right out of the jar. I texted it to Sarah.
Okay, it's the long way.
So I was like, "You have a Costco membership."
I love that you booted your phone back up to find a half-done text to me that said, "Dude, Sarah,
Yeah, and then I had to remember what it was, and then I went to get a spoonful, and I was like, oh, that's right, I was gonna tell Sarah about the pistachio stuff.
Yeah, and then you sent me a picture, and I was like, yes, this was the right opening to a text about this. Like, I am so stoked. They better have this at my Costco.
And if they don't, I'm just gonna buy multiple for us.
Because you are a saint.
I'll just buy a bunch,
So
and we'll
I have to
we'll
point
have them in our
out
pantries.
that, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, there's almost always 2 enemy sets you can draw at any given time, and one of them is friendly and one of them sucks. So if you ever see me reset something, I generally want the green blobs that don't fight back and just die, and I don't want the weird bug insecty things with the faces.
Mm-hmm. Was that the one that a bunch of little flies came out at you afterwards?
Yeah, you don't want that. Similarly, these little hopping toad enemies, the blue and the orange ones are just fine. Green and pink ones are disaster fires. You don't want those.
So, fun fact, I feel like most people know this, but I don't know who's not an Addams Family person. Fester in, like, the 60s sitcom is actually Morticia's uncle, but in the 90s movie, they rework him into Gomez's brother instead, so he's the uncle of Wednesday and Pugsley instead of being Morticia's uncle.
He jumps generations.
Yes, I knew that. I think he works better. I think it's a good choice for what it's worth, given what they do with Fester in almost every modern incarnation of the franchise.
They make him the older brother still, like...
It is wild
to
me,
this
like...
pink one? Look at how much HP the pink ones have. How are you supposed to do that without rapid fire?
Yeah, they're going to match up.
They're jerks. There's so much culture from like the 80s and 90s, like as we've been discussing in the movie series, that like I knew of via pop culture osmosis, but have so little experience with because of like the way my childhood ended up playing out.
Wait,
and like the Addams Family is like...
Have you seen the 90s movies?
I think so. I think so.
They're so good.
But like this year I watched Wayne's World for the first time. I saw Clueless for the first time. Yeah. I saw The Birdcage for the first time. There's huge swaths of pop culture that I did not experience in my youth.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited that we're filling in some of those massive gaps. We do have to schedule our next one, which is going to be the D&D movie for Karen.
That one I actually have seen as much as I have seen basically any movie, which was Ben started it and I watched it with kind of while reading things.
Ryan showed it to me when we were in
That's a couple
Wisconsin,
years ago now, right?
Yeah. Heading to Wisconsin. He was like, you need to see this, and I enjoyed it very much.
Chris Pine is a solid Hollywood Chris. Really, most of them are decent except Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Chris Pratt is the worst Chris. And so every time he shows up on Parks and Rec,
no thanks.
Every time he shows up on Parks and Rec, it's just like, oh, you grew up into being a turd.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Weirdly,
and Aubrey Plaza is so great.
Yeah.
This type of area
playing
is
Doom
a
now?
huge problem.
This reminds me of we haven't played this on stream yet because I have been having us hold off. This reminds me of the mazes in Mystical Ninja, Ryan.
Yeah, I could see that.
That is terrible.
We'll play that soon.
That was
But you notice the reward for doing that optional area is a third health thing. So
I
you
saw that.
have to do it.
Yeah, that's valuable.
And that one's not even so bad. Hold on. The hoppy dudes have to go. Alright. The middle path, maybe? Maybe? Yeah, middle path. What's that building over there? Let's check. Because I don't want to go underground again quite yet if I don't have to. Yeah, there's a power up over here.
I'm very slowly doing my nails because this weekend is a huge gala at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for my sorority, y'all.
Oh, nice.
And they rented out the entire museum, and we get to wander it freely. We also get like a discount at the gift shop, which is kind of random for just having an event there, but I think that's cool.
They want you to buy merch.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they do.
We'll see if there's anything fun for like holiday gifts.
Right. While I'm
so
paused
doing my nails
here,
for that.
and there's no enemies coming, can we talk about how crunchy and good the spike gun sound is?
Yeah.
Like
it has some trouble in
sound.
it, But it's like, yeah, it's got like a lot of depth, like as in like kind of range of things.
It just sounds really familiar, but I can't place it right now.
That type of sound
Like, if I
effect
close
shows up
my
a couple
eyes,
times on the NES, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying. There's something that's like tickling my brain. I can't remember. I can't place
level
it.
8 gun has a very similar sound. Fester's underground explory portions here feel like the Jason portions of Blaster Master to me. Like maybe Fester's Quest started as a Blaster Master 2.
It feels very Mega Man-y.
The blaster sounds?
This gun sound. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it. There's another moment that I was thinking with some of the rock idiom that was giving a little Mega Man-y. Which,
Hello,
Capcom
Jordan.
versus Sunsoft, but
Jordan.
hi Jordan. So yeah, we're gonna throw on some Hollow Taco coin toss here, which is
I was gonna ask what you were doing.
it's an ancient gold that I have. It's a Fergalicious Wet n Wild Fergie, but I liked the tone of gold in it, and it's a metallic gold, so that's the base coat. But then I'm using coin toss, which probably won't show up on camera, but it is a gold hollow top coat with like different sizes of glitter and flakes that are holographic. So it's real chunky.
All right, here's the
And
staircase
fun.
up. We're done. And now we're going to arrive to the first boss of the game. I'm going to go to my keys.
Oh, not Gliss.
Unfortunately,
Portamento.
every boss has one of these dungeons in it. And
At least this one's color.
first-person wizardry-style exploration is just not it, team.
This is
This is an ambitious game. They're trying to do a lot of different modes of gameplay.
yeah.
Yeah, but
And
this
maybe
particular, this is seizure-inducing.
I'm just going pretty
This is
fast.
like you're
actually.
moving in strobe.
This is
Yeah.
like wizardry's movement, right?
It
Here's the
is.
door. Here's our boss.
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck
these
are you,
bosses
dude?
are the worst.
This, by the way, the all black, so we can get the higher resolution thing. This is absolutely a Blaster Master Sunsoft boss. Which, of course, who made this game, right? Okay, that's enough talking about it. Now we're going to turn on this invisible potion and rock up with our guns.
If you're invisible, can you also not be hit?
Yeah, invisible here means cannot be hit.
Like incorporeal?
Yes.
Incorporeal?
Yep.
That's rad.
That's rad.
There we go. And again, I have done this without the rapid fire controller a couple times, but I'm not young anymore, so that's not how we're going to proceed. Down the staircase.
Andrew, I love that.
Look, we have a clue now. The boss gave us a clue.
Yeah.
Now let's play concentration here. It's a spaceship that took everybody. Do you see the corner of a spaceship slowly unfolding? That's what
It
we're
could be a
trying to
crab
piece
claw.
together.
You don't know.
But our reward for finishing what amounts to Dungeon 1 and Boss 1 is on the other side of this underground passageway. And at that point, the game becomes fair again. You just have to tolerate it through this area.
That was a little Zelda moment. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, but this track is so weird, though.
I'm actually, this track reminds me of the underground London in Star Tropics 2 area.
There's a lot of Star Tropics moments in this game for me.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just I want to see Star Tropics in everything because I love that game so much. I have wanted a Redbubble shirt of it for years, but like nobody has quite the design that I want,
Yeah.
which is basically the title screen.
Dana, did you know that some libraries also have t-shirt design equipment?
Here's our staircase.
We should do that.
Did you know that?
We should do that.
And I know a
should do that.
person
Yeah.
who would engage in shenanigans like this, and that person is me.
Yeah. Well, the one I would get is the one that's like the all over like print. That's the hard thing. Is like I don't want it to just be like a cropped box in the center of a t-shirt. That's the problem. I like the ones that are like.
I'll just teach myself screen printing and then sewing. Like, that sounds good. I taught myself to make fonts. Surely I can learn how to screen print.
You know an excellent seamstress, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. Oh, thank God, because I'm terrible. With our powers combined,
all right.
Good.
I have forgotten, everybody, if the correct direction is up or down.
I was actually supposed to make my dress for Saturday, but life got in the way.
To figure out.
So I have all this fabric that I ordered, custom print, that I will still make the dress, but not for this event.
Right, yeah.
There's just no time.
Hold on. We are going to... Oh no, we're going to use a potion so we don't die. And then we're going to go back this way. That was the way forward, but we don't want that just yet, I don't think. I think we want to find a house first. Let's find out. No.
Spencer's Gifts. What a weird place.
Now that's a take I can get on board with.
Oh, the other half of I got the pistachio cream at Costco, but they also had a pack of macarons. Look at how colorful they are.
Oh, we've had that pack. There's some Earl Grey ones in there.
Yeah, there's a black tea one. There's black currant, apple cinnamon, strawberry vanilla, lime raspberry mint, which I am very excited for, chocolate passion fruit, which I'm also very excited for, and raspberry. And I was like, those flavors are interesting. I'm gonna get them. So.
Yeah, that all sounds reasonable.
We usually get the other macarons that they have because the kids
they have ones that are a little bit more like
hot
classic.
dog stand.
Yeah, we've gotten that
one more staircase. Okay.
The kids like Naomi really likes the pistachio one, which we never used to be able to eat because we had friends with a pistachio allergy, and then they did OIT, and so now we won't accidentally murder them. So that's good.
Pistachio allergy, man.
Pistachios and cashews. Fortunately, they caught it for him before he had a bad reaction. His older sister had a peanut allergy. And let me tell you, science is fabulous because we actually got to go with them last year when they went trick-or-treating for the first time because they'd cleared their food challenges. And
nice.
My friend ate this. You've met these friends. So many Reese's Cups. Like, the dad just kept eating more Reese's Cups because, like, he hadn't been able to have them. Like, that was not a thing that could be in the house. And so, yay science is what I'm saying.
Nice.
Oh boy, these skeleton hands are cool, but they are like pokey.
Do they get like sweaty underneath?
It's all adjustable rings, and they like don't quite fit right.
Yeah.
That sounds very unpleasant.
Cool. They look cool.
So,
what if you wore like meshed fingerless gloves underneath them?
The problem is
notice?
It's here where it's annoying. So I don't know if the glove, if they would have to be finger full
well,
gloves.
Like go down part way, like if you're playing clarinet in a marching band.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
To save memory,
Ryan, what are you talking about games now?
There's only 2 floors ever in Fester's Quest. There's the overworld, which is all one big space, and there's the underworld here, which is all one big space. So like that staircase to my left, we'll probably see that in half an hour, but I'm not meant to get to it right now. That's why the really difficult, scary enemy is over there. And if you have a wall walking code, you can really break the game apart. But now
which you could do.
We have Morticia's Whip, which is the point at which the game becomes easy. If you can make it this far, you can finish Fester's Quest.
No comments about what Morticia needs a whip for. her and Gomez.
At least they're madly in love. Like
it's aspirational how much he's in love with her.
They found their person. Okay, so I'm really confused by what's going on in Andrew's comment at Kennywood.
He's still talking about the Addams Family generator arcade game.
Oh,
where you
okay.
have to
I
build
was
electricity to light up the light bulb in Uncle Fester's mouth, because that's like canon in the
I did not realize that was like not a board game. I was thinking it was like Operation or something. I have never been to Kennywood, so.
All right, I'm hoping to find. Yes, good there. I'll even take a gun downsize for it. The blue whip upgrade, because now you'll notice I have the whip as an option.
It's such a weird way to hold a whip.
He's like dainty about it.
Looks like he's gonna flagellate his back, rather.
When I was in second grade, I had a leash for an invisible dog. And that is basically what that looks like, is the invisible dog leash.
It's like
stuck
stiff
out.
wire, right? Because then it like holds the shape, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's not a whip, it's an invisible dog leash. They just didn't label it right in the game.
It's the dog that's attacking everybody, not the whip. It bites. I really, really love the TV show. Like, it is silly sitcom shenanigans, but like the casting is so good. And I don't know I know Karen has seen the Addams Family TV show, but I don't know how many other people have like spent time with the sitcom versus the movie that a lot of us also adore. And
it was on Nick at Night, back in the day, and that was when Nick at Night was a thing. But like even before then, it was just shown in reruns a lot. And this was like, if you were homesick, you watched The Price is Right, and then I Love Lucy reruns, and things like The Addams Family, or like Lassie was on, or Leave It to Beaver. All the old black and white 50s shows were on in reruns, and I watched all of them.
That's what I would watch when I was homesick too. And we also, I remember doing classic Star Trek, because my mom had introduced me to Voyager because that was on at a good time. She would tape it, and then like when I came home from school the next day, we would watch the episode. So, because Janeway is a good role model. She's a female captain, and she loves coffee.
I'm particularly pleased with my childhood muscle memory. Did you guys notice I knew exactly how many whip strikes I could get through before I had to reuse that thing? That felt
pretty good.
I want to upgrade the whip
You're doing
before
good.
we finish this out here. Hold on.
But yeah, the TV show is just such like a comfort watch. I love just having it on at this time of year. And like I do watch the movies. When I was putting up my October decor, we watched the first.
So Dana, are you
movie.
pro the new Netflix Wednesday show?
I loved the first season. I didn't love the casting of Morticia and Gomez though, but they're not really in the first season, so it was kind of okay. I haven't seen the second season, but I did not hear good things.
We are enjoying it so far.
You are? Okay. I don't have a good way to watch it because
I would take
Netflix
season
anymore.
1 over it, but I don't know how much of that is just novelty is always better for me personally.
It does use Dead Dance by Lady Gaga, so because I've seen that scene independently, so I don't know what's going on in like the context, but
yeah,
it makes me happy. Also, like, how many times this month and in general am I going to mention Mayhem? It's the perfect Halloween album. Gaga is amazing.
I will note
especially the new tracks she dropped are so Halloween.
We are rapidly approaching the end. I'm actually going to drop back down here in the hopes of finding a whip upgrade or a gun upgrade before I have to fight that boss. Hold on one second, team.
Oh, agreed. The string arrangement of Paint It Black from season 1 is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I really did like the music in season 1. I loved the Goo Goo Muck sequence because, like, what a silly, like, track to kind of pull out of obscurity, you know? Like,
The original of that is so good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paint It Black's best arrangement for me is always going to be that moment from Westworld with the honky-tonk piano.
Mm-hmm. Westworld did really cool things, and then I just kind of fell off. I don't remember if we even finished it.
You did not need to.
Yeah. There's shows like that I forget about, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we were watching that for a while. Joe has moved on. It's usually Joe that just like switches some gears to a new show, and I'll be like, oh, what happened to that thing we were watching? And he's switched gears to Boston Legal, of all things. And man,
that is a switch. All right, we'll just take the boss this way. It's fine.
It's like William Shatner has been pretty entertaining in it. What's his face? Plays the same character in everything. Like, I swear. James Spader. He's the same character in every single show. But like, it's not a negative. It's like a typecasty, like he's just so good at being that character that everybody casts him in everything as that character. Like, it's just different shades of that character. Starting in, back in Pretty in Pink days, right? Like, he was a smarmy, kind of rich jerk.
Blacklist was good, though.
In Blacklist, he's so good in Blacklist. Like, he's so compelling. And, like, I don't find him that conventionally attractive, but, like, he has a magnetism where you kind of can't look away when he's on screen.
He's not an ugly person, though.
He's not ugly, but
he was
like
cuter
a
in the
hottie.
80s.
Right, no,
he was
I
cuter
agree
in the
with
80s. I had a hard time remembering that he was the same guy from the 80s, and I've known him since the 80s, and it was just like, no. Oh, yes.
And then you see him in Secretary, and you're like, whoa! What a great movie that is.
Okay, we are now cooking with gas with the whip. One more whip upgrade, and I'll go inside that door. We'll be maxed out on whip.
Every year, around the Valentine's Eve time, the Botanical Gardens around here does an orchid exhibit, and so I'll post a ton of pictures, and if Addie sees them in any capacity, will just be tell Ryan to tell me, just make sure Dana doesn't turn into one of those orchid people, because orchid people are weird.
It's true.
And I think about how James Spader in Secretary has a really fancy terrarium in his law office, and he's misting them by hand, and I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
Yep.
You have to be I think it attracts already weird people. I don't think that it necessarily makes you weird. Well, maybe it makes you weird because you have to be cool with tending a stick for most of the months out of the year. It blooms for so short of a time. Orchids are a lot of work.
Right.
It probably is one of those things where it's like a cycle. It attracts a specific kind of people and then amplifies those tendencies because that makes them successful at doing it. And then you end up with orchid people.
Yep.
Okay, fine. I'll take this money.
Okay, I have to decide which macaron I'm gonna try. They all sound so
good. What does the money do?
You can buy hot dogs at the hot dog stands to heal yourself.
Oh, okay.
If you run out of potions from the thing.
Oh, I agreed with you, Jordan, on... How do you say his name? Is it Bill Nye? Nye? Nye?
Nye.
Nye, but not the science guy?
Right.
Right.
Bill Nye, the non-science guy.
There it is.
Okay, the connection from Secretary to Valentine's Day was rather concerning to start. I don't know, Andrew. It is an unconventional love story, but it's still a love story about how they sort of save one another and they sort of make each other better. So it's got its weirdnesses, but
I did remember this is the one you just go to the end every time.
There's a core to Secretary that I think it works. And also, I always point to that movie when folks talk about 50 Shades, like 50 Shades wishes it could be secretary. But yeah, not usually. I wouldn't say I watched the film on Valentine's Day. But
see, look how powerful you are
Spader.
with the missiles and the full whip now.
Yeah.
Like, that took me far less time than any of the gun stuff, and I didn't use rapid fire. And at this point, there's only one building left. We're almost done with the whole game.
I'm impressed at your muscle memory in this, because, like, this was not one that I grew up playing, so I'm pretty trash at it.
I never got far.
So
That was the case with most NES games. We weren't able to afford them, so I could only rent them from the video store, which meant I only ever got to play like the first level or two before I had to return them.
Yeah.
Which meant that you never got good at them. You got really good at the first level. And then that was it. It was just like, well, I gotta take it back, so...
I had a friend who only liked playing the first level of anything, like without that limitation. And so, like Sonic, she loved Green Hill Zone and then would hand me the controller. Like, did not want to play anything past the first level of anything. And would get really good at those first levels and then just be like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, see,
but like, didn't
always
want to be
wanted
done with video
finish
games,
stuff.
just wanted other people to play.
That's why I'm passionate about Mega Man, because it was the only game I could rent and finish. That was it. Like, I could finish that game if I rented it, which was great. But that's why I like the games that we owned so much. With the exception of Legacy of the Wizard, I never was able to finish that game because it's notoriously challenging.
Legacy of the
Very
Wizard,
weird.
which we have done on stream, almost
Yes.
requires a walkthrough to figure out. I don't think the moment-to-moment mechanics are that hard, but making forward progress of any kind in that game is just not physically possible.
It was figuring out the puzzle of how to use the different characters in the different area. I just did not have that ability at that age
Right.
to do that without the help of, a Nintendo Power, which at that point, I don't know, we only had a subscription for like a year. That was it.
P.S. Julianne is watching baseball and they're in extra innings. That's why Julianne's not here. Which is funny because Fester's Quest tonight was inspired by Julianne pulling a track from it when she was teaching, and none of her students clocked it. And I was like, oh man, the music in this game is so good. We should do it for spooky season. So this is kind of for Julianne, but she's not here.
That's alright.
Alas, Julianne.
Alas, she'll be here.
She'll be here. She'll be here, and I'm about to tap out because I'm dying the slow death.
I
here.
wish I had good muscle memory for
I
all of
think you
these
do.
spaces.
Ooh, spooky, spooky.
See, like, that time I walked myself around the building and lost.
You have to use another key? That's bullshit.
I do have to use another key now. We will do the annoying thing.
Wish I could give you a macaron through the screen, Karen.
A student of mine came into class the other day with handmade, home-baked macarons.
Oh my gosh, I've
For
never
everyone.
made them.
He was inspired by Great British Bake Off and now makes macarons.
Aw.
And it was very awesome. And I did not get one.
That's too bad. I love Maya mac. I've never attempted them. I have
We should try it together.
baking. Yeah, Sarah, like let's see if we can
do it.
macaronage the batter properly.
I bet we can. I
bet we
have
can.
faith in us. If
And
we
the
do
two-
our homework.
between your ganache, I can do.
That was a
fruity
pastry
fillings.
cream. That wasn't really a ganache.
No, but you
although I
make
do love a
ganache.
ganache.
You make ganache for other things. I know this.
That's
'cause
true.
you brought
Ganache
it
is
up.
really good.
So we'll do ganache filled. Like we'll come up with a few. We also decided we're gonna do punchki this year from scratch with yeasted dough and make everybody jealous,
Especially Ryan.
especially Ryan.
What, making me jealous?
We're gonna do homemade punchki.
Together, Dana
And
got many jellies.
We're gonna fill them with jams that I both made and bought. I got a dragon fruit one, so we're gonna have a dragon fruit punchki. Like what?
Okay, yeah, that's
It's just
rad.
gonna be rad.
It's gonna be
It's
so
gonna be
rad.
all the decadence before the beginning of Lent.
Yep, that's how it be.
All right, there, I did it again. I'll have you note. Nice.
You're just amazing, Ryan.
And
I'm really impressed.
Kind of lucked out with that one, actually. This
You
game
make
did have
it look
3D hallway
really
sections.
easy, and that's so impressive.
And then look, now we're one little piece short to figuring out it's a spaceship that has kidnapped
I
all
thought
of
it was
the
a submarine.
townspeople. I know. Oh, hold on. Weirdly, those little enemies are
I'll try
actually
strawberry
annoying
vanilla.
for the whip. Like the little Pac-Man purpley dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're never quite in the right place.
Right. Just like
And
how
you
this
don't have the
frog is
spread.
dodging me.
Yeah, and again,
Very
this is
rude.
very like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like you have to pick the right weapon
Yeah.
to meet the right enemy.
Yeah. Give me my 8th gun upgrade back. No. You're just gonna be whip the entire time. That's fine.
Did you just say you're whipped, Ryan? Is that?
I said it's going to be the whip the
I
entire
know.
time.
I was trying to be funny, even though that's not really a funny thing. I don't know.
Puts the lotion on the skin, or else it gets the whips again.
I don't know.
Honestly, I think that if you would have been given a 3rd health point at the start of the game and potentially gotten to upgrade to 5 instead of started with just 2, which means you can only take 1 hit ever at the start, this game would not have the reputation it has.
If
What
they could have,
reputation does it have?
It's very hard and almost nobody's finished it.
Yeah.
But the moment-to-moment things are not difficult. I realize I say that as I play with an advanced controller here. But again, once you get the whip, like, this isn't bad.
They are jumping at you.
rude.
You're like, nope, blast you, jerk.
That's right.
Suck it. Yeah, this game, the 3D hallway I was saying, reminds me of the maze in Mystical Ninja, which we are going to do on stream at some point. Look at you going through the forest.
Yeah. I didn't know you could
Yeah,
do that.
this is the only time in the game you can do that. And you must do it to open this door, which is the entire family at once.
Aw, hi John Aston.
Hi, John Aston.
Who's the only
moose.
surviving member.
And that's your 4th health piece.
He's so good.
John Aston is wonderful in everything he ever does, and I loved getting to see him live about 20 years ago reading Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
It was
And look,
wonderful.
I'm coming up on the hot dog stand so I can refill health that way. That's so nice.
I love that hot dogs equal health.
And
Wait,
It's the opposite of the real world.
They might be for my child. He'll eat them.
he's
all right, open
My
this
child
one.
decided tonight he does not like
Mama.
tofu anymore.
Gives you nooses, which is the
That's
final
not-
item you can get in
what?
the game.
Sketchy.
Now we have everything. So part of the problem with this as proto-Metroidvania is all the items are combat adjacent. Nothing is exploratory, which is not how Metroidvania games work, it turns out.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no like
Right.
hidden
Most of the
forest
best
meat.
upgrades in Metroid or Hollow Knight are not about combat. They are simply about like traversal of the space in a more
Rolling of
efficient
a
or more
noodle ball.
creative way that allow you to exhibit mastery over the geography. Fester never does that. He just saunters the entire game.
Geography. It's subtle, but... But Ryan's talking about maps, y'all.
Maps are important though.
I will say, I edited, formatted, didn't really edit at this point, but I formatted Ryan's article for JSMG for publication. And
Oh, yay.
I think you all should
Yay,
be
Ryan.
excited to read it. It's pretty rad.
I'm
a
excited to
fan.
read it.
I'm also very excited. Karen was kind of lead editing another one on LARPing that came to us, and that one turned out nice. I'm enjoying getting that one prepped. And then we have a translation that I really enjoyed from
Nice.
Dominic.
I'm excited to read the whole issue because I haven't read any of these except the LARPing.
Yes,
and
both of those items are so common from all these random enemies that the idea that you have to farm them at all is kind of a joke in the chat. I mean, I acknowledge, yes, you do have to farm them up, but it's not quite the same here.
Oh, I've been waiting for my dishwasher
I've used the
to go
vice
off.
grips a couple times.
Is it off?
The vice grips
I just haven't noticed.
happen when I get bitten by a bug and slowed down. They'll unslow me.
Okay.
I'll slow you. I'm gonna go turn off my dishwasher and go to bed. I will
Good
see
plan.
you all.
All right.
Good night,
well.
Bye,
folks.
Karen.
Good night.
Once I get out of this underground area, I'll pause and we'll pull Karen's face from the stream so she's not frozen there for eternity.
And then maybe eventually Julianne will be here.
Yep. And if I'm not done with this in 15 minutes, which I think I should be, we will cut and go to the next game. But really, this is this building and one more location, and that's it. We have made short work of this.
You have made short work of this, Ryan.
I'm
because
legit
you are very good at video
impressed.
games. You make this look easy,
Oh.
and that is a level of mastery that is really lovely.
This door is the entrance. Hold on. We have to go left instead of right there. Not that one. Not that one.
Roads are
Therefore,
so
this
good.
way. And now there's a lot of choices, which we don't want. That choice is wrong. This choice.
Gotta text my man here.
I had to text Ben because Willow had to go out and go potty, and I didn't want to take her out, and he didn't get the message because he's watching spooky movies without me. So I had to intercom it to the living room. He's watching like the 2024 Nosferatu,
Oh, cool.
and I looked at the TV tropes summary, and I was like, nope, I am not going to watch this movie. Nope.
Asking him to switch my laundry to the dryer for me because I had to wash my sorority sweater for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm so
really
glad
cute.
that you
Very
and
exciting.
Ryan, for my own benefit, that you and Ryan were both in like a fraternity or sorority, but you had such different experiences, so I can like ask ethnographic questions because I have so little experience with that. And I'm like, what does this mean? Because I love following this stuff on like the sociology stuff of TikTok or like
Off
Rush
of
Talk.
the
I love
camera, I'll
sociology.
talk to you all the time about my
Rush Talk is
fraternity
weird.
stuff.
Well, I like the
Rush
like, the
is weird in general,
sociological like
But Rush Talk is
analysis.
usually southern.
It's
usually
usually
Rush Talk is
Bama.
centered on the big the big ones in the south.
Yeah, it's
where
like
chapters
Bama.
are like 100 people.
But there's a sociologist, her name is Anne Helen Peterson, I think, that is like picking apart like the whole sort of economy around it and like, you know, the people that are like consultants and stuff. And as someone who has like zilch experience with this, fascinating.
I will
Yeah.
say I have never heard of somebody spending money on a Rush consultant outside of the SEC. That's a South thing.
That is definitely a south thing.
It is all foreign to me, so I have like
also-
no frame of reference.
Also, like, what fraternities, like, I don't know, Rush is so different for fraternities than for sororities.
Oh, I joke about that all the time. For fraternities, it's like, oh, you seem cool. You want to live with me? Let's fist bump about it.
Right, like a guy can just like kind of hang around the house. It's more like we call it informal or we did call it informal recruitment. You could get a bid. That's actually how I got a bid. I didn't go to Rush. They just liked me and said, "Hey, do you want to be in this?" And I said, "Okay, you all are, you know, sarcastic art historians.
Yep.
I like this vibe."
Nosferatu was just censored in the American release of the game. Good eye, Jordan. I should have remarked on it. And now we've been kidnapped here. And you have to whip these guys when they touch the ground. Which gets annoying. Because it's got to be frame perfect. There. And And we have 15 nooses from Lurch that we have not used any of. And we're going to be putting them to use in short order.
Mama gave you some nooses.
Mama gave us nooses.
Do you all remember that I mentioned a really scary looking enemy that we would have to fight later?
Yes.
Later is now. And we are going to opt out.
When will now be
of that
then?
encounter?
Soon.
Well, once we get to needing one of the nooses. Hold on. You know, that's fine. I'll take that hit. If I only have to use one potion, I'm going to call this a win for the area here.
Oh. That's interesting. It didn't come up under my
that thing.
auto mod
Hold on.
queue.
We're not dealing with that. Okay, thanks, Lurch. Yeah, those enemies are a big no from me.
Yeah, Andrew was talking about Witch. Yeah, the VVITCH, Witch. Which I've seen the beginning of, but I don't think I finished it. Like, Joe was watching it, I was like, oh, this looks creepy.
I can, like, conceptually understand that people like watching scary things, but
It's just not something I'm super into.
no, it doesn't really appeal to me.
And I also, like, Joe was like, you need to have seen, you know, at least the first Saw movie. So, like, I've seen it.
No.
Just as, like, a life experience.
The Saw movies are so torturous that it no longer feels like horror to me. It's just like...
They're so gross.
Getting into or enjoying in other creepy
Hoagie
ways.
time.
Hi, Hoagie time. Just watching other people suffer, right? Like...
I don't.
Yeah, you should pause here and
Yeah.
let Hoagie come. I guess Hoagie's not on the call yet. I will let you know when Hoagie's on the call.
Okay. Oh, dodged. Good. We're set. Shoot again. Yep. Keep going up. Dodge again. Oh, nope. Lurch.
Oh, good.
We love that. Okay. This also has final area of Star Tropics vibes heavily.
Yes, I was gonna say it's the
It's the alien pink
spaceship
texture. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the graded floors too.
Julianne has arrived.
A wild Julianne.
Hi.
Hello, Wild
Hi.
Julianne. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna take a
Will
hit
you get
here,
both of
everybody.
those?
I will get both of them, but I'll take a hit. Oh no, Lurch clears the projectiles. All right, I'm gonna
Sounds
pause.
fun.
We'll make sure Julianne is on the call
Yeah, I
appropriately.
was saying, Julian, we Fester's quested for you, and then you were
Thank
watching
you.
baseball.
I know.
It's okay.
And it
Ryan's doing really
took
well.
an extra hour. This sounds fun. You look nice and ghosty. I like it.
I'm so ghost, and actually, the stream hasn't seen the full extent. They did see the Boo Hands mug, and I have my skeleton hands, which are uncomfortable.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
I like
fun.
that a lot.
And then I have
I
to,
feel
like,
clubby
get
in
my
that.
shirt so people can see I have skeleton leggings.
Sire just giving us a booby shot.
I was gonna
But I
say,
like
yeah,
your-
watch your pose in front of the
I'm
camera
like,
there,
I'm not
Dana.
looking at your legs, girl.
They're just legs.
Thanks, come on.
But yeah, I have my skeleton leggings on.
I really like the skeleton leggings.
And
Those
my,
are-
I have to get like really close. I put ghosts on my fast.
Oh, look, they're like
And I
three
love-
musketeers.
how extra you are. I just love it so much.
I needed a ghost
I love.
fascinator for the spooky season, you know?
So the fact that, like, I feel like we should tell a stream that, like, Saturday you were in my neck of the woods, and you got to, like, swing by, and then we had the most delightfully extra thing. Well, other than, like, the gas ran out in our grill.
We have to tell everybody about our
Yeah.
ghost perfume. Okay.
Yeah. You do the honors. It's appropriate.
Okay, so on Instagram, my algorithm knows me so well And one of the things that I often get advertised are like indie perfumers. And this started because I ended up buying one from a place called Siren Song Elixirs, and it was a Yennefer of Vengerberg perfume because in the books and in the show, she wears lilac and gooseberries as her scent.
Right.
And so there are a few perfumers who have done that. And this particular Siren Song Elixir has 2 different formulations, and they had one that had like a darker, like suede element to it. And I was like, that sounds good. I'm going to get that. And I loved it. And so I was advertised a company called Future Society, and it is an MIT biologist who uses like DNA sequencing to identify and then recreate scent molecules of extinct flowers. And so then they build a perfume around it that has to do with like the habitat that the actual flower existed in. And so there was a sample. I texted Sarah about this, and Sarah was like, "Oh my gosh, we need to like go in on a sample set."
No, go away.
So I brought that on Saturday after my gig, and like after kids were in bed, Sarah made chocolate pastry cream from scratch, like, and we sat there and like dipped pretzels in it, and we
brought like
ghost
samples
perfume.
and swapped them and smelled everybody else's samples. It was so fun.
It was
so delightful.
And then we split them up.
Oh no, this is a dead end. No.
They should call it forensics. I agree. That's a missed opportunity. They're cool though. They're really interesting, and I haven't worn any of them yet because Sarah and I also exchanged just random. I have a ton of samples in my collection that like I don't wear, so we ended up exchanging. Sarah gave me a lot.
I had a bunch that like they were anything, and I like gourmands, and it was like I ordered a bunch to see which one was my favorite. Little tiny samples.
All right, let's see if it's this way.
I really like Source Perfume. I think we should definitely go in on an order at some point. But during one of their one of the sales when they do the whole catalog.
Yeah, the back catalog. I totally agree, and I'm totally down for this. I wore Solar Canopy yesterday, and Ben commented on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he really liked that one. And then I've worn Invisible Woods a couple times because that's the one that...
We got us like a random, because they give you free extra samples, and so there was an extra sample of that, so we didn't have to fight over that one. We each got it, and it was a good thing because that was like probably my favorite of the set.
So that was like the super fun. So like Saturday, I feel so spoiled because Saturday I got to have a perfume swap with you and hang out, and you had like we had flank steak and all of that, and then on Sunday I got to sing sea shanties with Ryan.
Yeah.
And I was very tired after the weekend, but it was a really good weekend. We the next day we were like
to experience me, I have to say.
Singing sea shanties. It's true. And my kids were like singing along and dancing, and it was adorable. And they were like,
that is Solar Canopy for anybody curious.
Okay.
It is red currant,
out.
rose, lychee, magnolia, vetiver, amberwood.
Oh no, we died.
I thought
That's
people
gonna be
say
a
lychee.
No!
I'm not walking all the way back
And
from
that
every
one
building.
is based
But catch, if you hit
on
continue, that's what you have to do. Here's your start of the game. You
You
have all your shit available to you, but you gotta walk all the way back.
You gotta walk all the way back.
We're not doing that.
That's so mean.
It is mean. It's fine.
The cool
we lose
thing,
today.
yeah, that's okay. We have
Sundays.
we have other fun ones tonight. But yeah, the one that Sarah wore that Ben commented on is based on a rare Hawaiian hibiscus last seen in 1912, and only 7 trees were ever recorded. So it vanished almost as soon as it was discovered. Yeah,
Goals.
pretty cool.
Should we jump to
Pretty
Zombies
cool.
Ate My Neighbors?
Heck yeah.
Sure.
I am not good at this compared to the other
That's
ones.
okay.
I didn't play this one as a kid, so.
The music is so good. Also, it's like Fester's Quest. The music is so good.
This one is a George Sanger scored game.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
And the titles of the tracks are really funny as well.
Anyway, sorry for losing. We heard all the
like
music
the
though.
levers and stuff.
Ryan, you don't need to apologize.
Yeah, we did hear everything.
We did hear all of it, and we were over here talking about our nonsense.
Yeah, we love
And then
the
I
haunted
distracted you with sea
perfumes.
shanties.
We're so fun.
Also, Naomi was like, "So when do we get to see the Longest Johns next?" And I was like, "Baby, they're in England again.
Yeah,
Right.
they're
We don't.
they are not close.
They're far away." And to be fair, we drove to a mutually inconvenient location.
Yeah. Yeah, they invited me. It was too inconvenient.
It was really inconvenient. We barely made it there at the start. We booked it straight from church, and it was World Communion Sunday, and it was a long service. And then we took off and we drove 3 hours into the middle of nowhere, and we told these volunteers at the auditorium, and they were like, we drove from Canton, and they were like, really? Like, oh, okay. Like, you seem committed.
You're just collecting your neighbors?
You are.
Before the zombies eat them?
Yeah.
I don't know this game. I mean, I
don't know this game.
You don't
either.
want the zombies to eat your neighbors, do you?
But you collect them. Ooh. Trampolines without the protective netting, like old times.
Yep.
I want the hamburger song that Laura had to sing.
I will say, an adorable piece of Dana lore is that my high school boyfriend would make me mix CDs, like you do back then.
Yes.
And he would title them after levels in this game.
Huh.
Because the
specific
levels
and
all have
adorable.
really funny titles. Like Terror in Aisle 5 is one of them. Evening of the Undead, Day of the Tentacle. Mars Needs Cheerleaders. I specifically remember the mix of Mars Needs Cheerleaders. So
I like the zombie noise on the beat. That's delightful.
Where am I supposed to go now?
There's also one called 7 Meals for 7 Zombies, which I just love. It's like 7 brides for 7 brothers.
How do I get to this guy? Oh. Never mind. It's done now. There we go.
Yeah, you should love this game, Ryan. It's all about maps. Like, there's not really much walkthrough. It's just getting around the map.
It is just getting around the map. Cheerleaders are the most valuable neighbor, followed by dogs. Yeah. Grumpy teachers, I will note, are worth the least. It's 100 cheerleaders for one grumpy teacher.
Dogs to cheerleaders is 2 to 1. Stench of death. No, I still think Julianne wins. Forensics is top tier.
It's true, but honestly, Julianne has nowhere to level up. Like, she's so high and so far elevated above everybody else on this sort of thing that it's like, how do you can't level up. You've hit the level cap.
She's beauty.
We're gonna have to raise the level cap, but nobody's even close except Julianne.
Oh, you're so
She's so high.
You're silly.
I'm very serious.
She's so lovely.
You can ask my children.
I'm
I'm very serious.
I don't sing well.
All the time, Julianne.
I forgot to look. Is Ninja Sex Party's new album out? I keep clicking on them and they're not out yet.
I do agree with the take that the new Sabrina Carpenter album, well, the recent one, I should say, it's not new, I'm just late to the game, sounds like a Ninja Sex Party album in many ways.
Oh my gosh, I finally listened to Tears. Was that yesterday?
I
was
the same time you did.
I was like, oh my gosh, Julianne, like, this is a Ninja Sex Party song, like, in the best way.
Yeah, I listened to it today and was like, Julianne was not kidding.
Also, the video. Ryan, did you see the video for it?
I actually haven't seen the video.
No, I have not seen videos.
Oh, it's like
the video was really fun.
I know you shared it, but I wasn't able to watch it.
Oh my gosh,
you're getting
so
graded.
Yay! Hello, Arrow and team.
Woo!
It's good that we've got healers coming then. It sounds like because we've got.
Well, we need to get our healers going because we're about to be.
They're attacking us. They're not bringing healers for the zombies. I got you. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
they're bringing healers.
Oh, it's literally tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Although I know what I learned from Final Fantasy as a child is that healers would be super like the one-hit zombies, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, that's how it should work.
Because healing
also,
undeads.
Jordan, that statement is so annoyingly familiar to me, and I almost wish it weren't. The quote, Julianne's joke was better. I'll admit without hesitation.
Stench of Death's pretty good though.
That is pretty
I can
good.
see like a goth
There's room
perfumer
for
be
all
doing that.
kinds of deaths. One is a pun, and the other is just delightful.
Is it a pun or is it a portmanteau?
You're right.
Or is it a
See,
portmanteau
I
functioning as a
don't know my
Oh,
words,
Arrow,
actually.
you
It's
just
a
missed
portmanteau.
Fester's quest. Yeah, we're on to Zombies Ate My Neighbors. We're doing silly,
Just
spooky
5 minutes
this
ago.
week, and then we are
Yeah.
actually going to do a little bit of real horror this month,
We are.
Next.
We have,
which we don't
We
tend to
have a
do.
plan for next.
none of us are good at
I
real
know.
horror stuff, so we reached out to somebody who is, and Laura Intravia is going to stream World of Horror, this 8-bit Junji Ito-inspired chiptune scary
I'm
thing.
I'm really
Excited
excited
about
for
that.
because we did
Oh
see
my
a little bit of
gosh.
it in one of the Indiecade roundups, and I thought it looked really cool. So I'm
Yeah,
excited
when you
to do
say
that
good
one.
at horror, it's really about like, can we stomach playing? Well, sometimes it's stomach, and sometimes it's just scary.
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean to be good at a horror game? I guess is my question.
If it's survival horror, then yeah.
I have not heard of Eversion.
Eversion.
Yeah, talk to
don't
us
know
about
it.
it, Arrow, and we will strongly consider listening
tell
to
us
you.
all about it.
You can come on even and play it with us.
Oh my god.
It's true.
I'll have to tell Ben about the Junji Ito one because he loves Junji Ito.
Yeah. But yeah, we were just before the raid saying new Ninja Sex Party Under the Covers 4 drops tomorrow, and I'm really excited because the lead track that they released a music video for was Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News, which my Back to the Future loving self was all about. Very excited. It's a good cover. I mean, they're all good covers, but very excited about that. Also on the track list is Just What I Needed, Rosanna, Don't You Forget About Me from Breakfast Club, Walk the Dinosaur,
Nice.
which they also have a video for, and it's excellent. What a Fool Believes. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Danny's voice on that. Ooh. Oh, they have SOS by ABBA on here. Oh, I'm excited. This comes out tomorrow.
Nice.
It's too bad you don't have a longer drive to your gala to listen to it.
I do have a gig on Saturday, kind of between events. We have like events all weekend, starting with tomorrow. There's a lunch meetup. There's a history
Okay,
walk.
how many shots does that loser take? Oh my god.
And then there's stuff in the evening, but I didn't sign up for that. And then yeah, Saturday there's stuff in the morning, and then there's like a behind the scenes tour at the Historical Society because one of the sisters is a member or works there, so she's gonna like get us behind the scenes. And then yeah, Rock Hall Gala on Saturday. I'm very excited. My nails are gonna look so good because I've been painting them.
Oh, chainsaw gimmick people, they just don't die. That's their gimmick.
There's something about, I don't know if this is like a George Sanger thing in particular, but there's like a theremin-y like wobbliness that
Yeah.
it's like playing with the idea of theremin used in horror and like the uncanny of it, but it's like it's making it so silly, right?
Yeah.
Like all the
I
timbre
mean, even that
choices in
sequence of
here.
da 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 da.
Yeah.
It's that teasing. Na 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 boo boo.
I mean,
You
there's
can't catch
something
me.
very pleasantly doofy about this whole game, right?
Yeah, it really leans into. We were just saying yesterday, talking about Sabrina Carpenter, not versus the new Taylor Swift, but just kind of like I finally listened to Wood, which has gotten a lot of attention, and I was like, oh, I don't hate this as much as I thought I would because the production's kind of fun. The lyrics are dismal though, and I think it's worse to hear them than it was to read them. But I didn't
Yeah,
hate
I
the like
agree with
music of it as much as I thought I would. But then we were talking about Sabrina Carpenter and how she commits so hard to the aesthetic that she's doing, whereas Taylor Swift, it feels like she held back and didn't commit. Like you were going for this very tongue-in-cheek song, and then you didn't camp it up enough.
Mm-hmm. You played it both too straight and not straight enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's a dead zone for being funny.
Yeah.
Like you either
Ninja Sex Party, you look like Dan Evidan. Your character.
Okay, Death.
Like I think it's the hair, and just like how lanky you are.
Yeah, maybe.
I've been doing a lot of coloring recently, and I colored it because the world is terrible, and if I'm coloring, then I can't look at the internet. And when I colored a dragon, and in the background I drew a little stick figure Danny, and it says, the band of Corey's not even in this song. Okay.
I was listening to a bunch of NSP on the way home from your house, actually, on Saturday, and
excellent.
I listened to, like, it was auto-playing, and Release the Kraken came on, and I was like, I forgot how much this song makes me laugh. That one's good.
That one is a fun one, and your opinion on
putting
Pool
the
Patrol.
clown on the field. That thing laughs a long time.
It does laugh a very long time. It just keeps, like, repeating.
Yeah, I don't approve of that.
Creepy clown. All right.
So, Arrow, what are you
cool as the
streaming lately?
skeleton
I haven't
hands are,
actually
come
been
on.
able to catch much of your stuff lately. Because when I'm not on here myself, I have to be grading right now, this part of the term.
Oh my gosh, so
unfortunately.
much grading.
Right? So much.
Every time you guys start talking about grading, I'm reminded that I don't actually miss teaching very much. I miss the part that Julianne was talking about, where you have these interesting conversations and students are thinking about, like, their opinions and why they have them. Like, that part was fun.
That is fun.
But
you can also
only
scratch
other
that
stuff
itch at a
is-
conference.
Yeah.
The grading and the grading is the assessment stuff.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
just getting to learn stuff is way more
On
fun.
Monday. Metroid Prime 2 on Thursday. I just finished that today. Oh, cool. And Skies of Arcadia on Saturday.
Nice.
Genshin and FF16, depending on whether Genshin has new content or not. That's cool.
I have to
I
play
have
Genshin
not
again
really done
soon.
Genshin.
I'm not looking forward to it.
I always have students that are way into it, and I've liked the music I've heard from it, but I just haven't. There's like a gotcha element in it, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, that was I was like, there's a reason that I remember there being a reason that I was like kind of turned off and didn't want to play it. And I feel
Only
like
gotcha,
I just
gotcha
don't-
done right. Tears of the Kingdom. With the little actual, you know, like,
Oh yeah, but
get your pieces
that's
part.
the only gotcha I've got.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm willing to do. None of these other
Not
shenanigans.
actual monetary.
I was explaining, I'm like, I don't know if this like makes me just like an old gamer too, but like I generally don't do anything that is like online multiplayer either. I like just being like solitary in my game.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what
It
you
can
can
be
now do
social.
almost completely alone? Is the entire first 4 campaigns of Final Fantasy XIV.
I do have an account. And I think it's gonna get easier, especially as
Also,
My little
as
one
usual,
gets a
Julian
little
and I are
older.
the same person. Check this out. Yay, Starlight.
Oh my
that's
god.
so funny.
Because almost the same, but basically the same.
Yep.
Yeah, the soundtrack's incredible.
There's another you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Listen to this track.
Yeah, the track is excellent.
This freaky.
I love that. The timbre on that. It's like a little reverby. And then of course we have our woo, woo, like our theremin
Our
silliness.
spooky theremin.
But I love the ostinato in there. And this track, because of that, it's like tempered. It's not quite as silly as we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, final Lux top coat going on. Although this is hollow glitter top coat already, so like it's already going to be not indestructible, but pretty strong. I'm wearing hollow taco for my gala, Julianne.
Whoa! Which one? Ones?
Well, it's funny. The base coat is actually a it's ancient because it is Fergie, like Fergalicious Fergie.
Oh man.
London
Nice.
Bridge Fergie did a Wet and Wild Gold, and I just really liked the sort of tone of the gold,
Yeah.
metallic. But then I topped it with Coin Toss, which is the gold hollow,
Yeah.
different size particles. It's not gonna pick up.
Right, here's
Oh,
the
that's
kid.
interesting, and it's like a little deeper too.
Yeah, so it's gold, but it's got different size particles. So that's my
And-
top coat.
Did you sing Coin Toss from Final Fantasy VI?
I heard it in my head. Yes.
Yep.
I don't know that I
That's like
have
what
the
seals
vocals
it.
for it. Yeah.
That's what like it's the pact that is your top code.
I
and
agree
I just
on the
put
volume
on my favorite
here, by
top
the
coat,
way.
which is CND Vinyl Lux. Not
More
sponsored.
shocking than level 5 is level 6.
But like could be
Never
sponsored.
I love that it
Honestly,
comes
I'd
up
take
like a
it.
Jackbox game.
I'd take it too. I need a new one actually. I'm running low. I was like I should get one for my birthday, which is the end of this month.
It is.
Ah!
I
I'm gonna
absolutely
celebrate.
cannot wait for your birthday. I've been sitting on a fantastic gift for you.
I've
you're,
heard
like,
tell of this
incubating it.
fantastic gift. I'm really excited. Also, look where we are, everybody. It's Dana Zone.
Yeah, it's Egypt. Zombie
The
Egypt.
Pyramid of Fear.
We're in the Pyramid of Fear. It's the best level.
Okay, if we're ever back in Chicago, you have to like skip whatever you're doing and go to the Field Museum and the Egypt exhibit with us because that was rad.
I really
And the whole
enjoyed
time
doing
Ryan
that
and I
with
were
Sarah.
there.
Yeah.
What?
I said I really
Yeah.
enjoyed walking that with you. I pretended to be your husband, which was fun.
You did. They only because I can't say it on air, but for reciprocity reasons. To be fair, we didn't really lie. We just kind of implied. But I was so excited to get so excited about dinosaurs with you because my children are not nearly as excited about dinosaurs as I am. And whenever I go to museums, they're like, ah, and they're just like,
Yeah.
gosh, mom. And I'm like, no, they're very cool.
Is it that gendered of a thing? Because my boys are like, hell yeah, dinosaurs.
No, I was obsessed with dinosaurs as a child. They're obsessed with axolotls. Like, they're just obsessed with different things.
Yeah.
Or
So
maybe I failed
axolotls
as a
is
parent.
real.
That is dinosaur adjacent in certain ways. Like a cool creature. You know,
Yeah,
everyone's got a
and
cool
dragons.
creature.
Yeah.
A lot of imagining of dragons in our house. Imagine dragons all the time.
Whenever I
nice
hear
that Jared has
axolotl,
a
I
show
think
this
of that
weekend.
song. There's an axolotl on the pink stairs. Is an axolotl supposed to be there?
I don't
Do we know
this
this?
song.
Oh, I'll find
I
it.
don't
No,
know
I don't
that.
know that.
Send it to me so that I can blow my children's mind. So regarding the dinosaurs
Right.
thing, either it's just a thing or I've totally failed them as a parent. Like, I'm not sure.
I
which.
love this track.
This one's good.
Oh. Oh, okay. Another good reference to add
Little
to the bucket.
DSRAE moment.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Add it to the Excel sheet.
And then we
Speaking of spooky organ things, we're having an entire Halloween spooktacular organ themed concert with all the things in D minor at the end of the month. Yeah, everybody's supposed to come in costume. Like, costumes are encouraged. Co-sponsored by the Canton Guild of the American Guild of Organists.
that's cool. Ooh, it's so round. Ooh.
Yeah, usually they
yeah.
stop at the da-na-na-na-na-na.
We're having some fun with our Day
Okay,
of Judgment.
okay, Julianne, have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so
But
there
I've heard
is.
some of the songs.
Okay, I have heard the songs at length, repeatedly, many times. I'm very, very familiar with them. Anyhow,
Okay.
the point I'm trying to make here is that there is a song that quotes but alters the DSE array, like starts with that, but then has to modify it to fit the rest of the piece. And I want to know what you think about it. And also,
Okay.
they're bops.
I'm just
Well,
going to
that's
throw out there
always
that this
good.
track is a modern day Symphonie Fantastique. How does Symphonie Fantastique use the DA Serie? Remember, it uses the kind of spare version. and then it builds it up into a bigger like brass chorus, right?
Yep.
And then it goes into the bop, right? The Witch's Sabbath dance. It's exactly how this one is structured. Like it gets fuller here
Oh
with
yeah,
the organ,
we got
right?
organy.
I'm gonna wait for it. Hold on.
And then we go into the dance.
Yep.
It's 100% symphony.
It actually is just Berlioz.
It's so Berlioz.
Yeah, it's very good.
The mummy is dancing too.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Calliope-ish kind of thing going on.
This is a crazy track.
I love it.
And there's your loop point, right?
Yep. Everything George does always has that you can feel him having fun doing it.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, that's my favorite thing about.
I have never been
games that
around
he
him
worked
and
on.
not had a good time either.
I know he's just
Absolutely
like,
spectacular. The one time, this is true and a wild story to say about anybody. Dana and I, a couple years ago, and I forget whether it was last year or 2 years ago, but it's sometime in the last 3 years, we were leaving Game Sound Con. You know how like you kind of walk towards the airport with your friend and you have this like last few moments of, oh man, it's really nice to have seen you. Me and Dana are in that mind space. We're walking, our luggage is in our hands to the airport. And George stops us. He is loading equipment into a car. He clearly has a gig later in the afternoon. He's like, hey guys, come check out this picture. I'm so excited for this gig. And he shows us this picture and he's like, this is me opening for the Beach Boys. And we're like,
hey, come over here.
holy shit, George. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
baby.
Hey, it's
Can
Catherine.
you get the big baby or is the baby
No, the big baby is bad.
This is where they
Big
get the
Baby
idea
Bad.
for Catherine.
Obviously.
Man, that was an interesting game.
I'll never forget Will playing that sequence at an early NAC VGM paper, but which ended up as a chapter in his book. But you know, with the baby crawling up the maze, going, "Daddy!"
Right.
like, ugh. Ugh.
That game did make Ben, he can always recognize the little G minor fugue now.
Nice. Yeah. Good use.
But
of
unfortunately, it's
classical
hard.
in that game.
It's hard to
Those
hum
remixes
that
are
by
fun.
yourself,
Yes.
as is the case with all fugues.
Big baby.
Yeah, absolutely Maniac Mansion vibes. That was one of my favorite streams, actually. We had Andrew on with us to do the NES Maniac Mansion.
That was a third life. I might be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
you look pretty. Oh,
the drip
purple.
effect is so good.
Ooh, they're going.
got
Oh,
slimed.
that's a nice transparency there too. That's fun.
Yep.
Like my ghosts. They're transparent. They're not actually transparent. Canonically, they are. The ones.
That's
in
the
my
wrong middle
fascinator are
name,
not,
right?
though.
Oh, did you
They're
put
printed
Marie
out.
in there too,
I
just
did.
after your regular
yeah.
one?
Yep. There you
plan.
go.
Everyone's middle names have to be Marie.
I like that's the wrong middle initial though.
I realized like there's so many people that I should know their middle names that I don't. Because
They're Marie.
they've been learning those in pre-kindergarten, and so the
sure.
questions have now started of like, what's Omi's middle name? And I'm like, I
See,
know that.
what
Yeah.
you need, what you
We've been together
need
for
is
10
a
years.
nice Catholic family where they accidentally just reuse the names all the time.
Well, Marie like
Both-
is my mother's middle name, and it's my grandmother's middle name. So like that is
So
both-
Both
thing.
my mother
apologies
and
to all
my
of you that I'm
mother-in-law.
loading the inferior version of this game. But
It's okay. Both my
I'm gonna do it
mother
anyway.
and my mother-in-law are named Elizabeth Ann.
Yeah.
now,
like-
if you are a good person, this is a Sega game. But I have a reason for doing the Super Nintendo version. We're going to load this briefly.
oh nice. also fits the theme.
Right. I got 2 more to fit the theme here. We'll close out.
So does the Marie go in addition to our existing middle names?
No, I'm just Ryan Marie Thompson.
Yeah, he's just Ryan Marie.
Okay, because one of my goals in high school was to have the longest name at my high school reunion, and I think if my high school ever had a reunion, I would win because I hyphenated.
You could add in. We'll allow it.
Okay.
We'll allow it. Generally, it replaces though, because like when we went to MagFest, we had Steve Reale join us, and he became Stephen Murray.
Yeah.
Okay, because Marie is shorter than Elizabeth, and I would be hesitant. Like, is the hyphenation going to make up for that deficit?
Right, I get it. So this game, which I have finished, I will note, sucks to play, honestly.
So are we getting into that? You talked about Saw just being about misery, to like watching other people's misery. Are you just masochistically inflicting misery on yourself here? Is that like at the orthodontist we played Echo the Dolphin and they had a Dreamcast, and one day I remember to brush my teeth and I forgot to sign in, and I was in big trouble, but I just really wanted to play video games.
Yeah.
And in hindsight I'm like, oh yeah, that is kind of frustrating. They also had Pokemon Snap.
You're a
That's
baby.
awesome.
Look at your look at the
baby.
wah.
Ours was just arcade.
The wah animation is so good.
Oh, now you have no clothes. You're just
Yeah, I took a hit, and when you take a hit, your clothes come off. You know the rules.
you're playing
So I love that it was a guy.
strip
That had these
platformer.
rules. Yeah.
Oh, die.
Oh well, that does
Pile
keep
And
the
then your
effect of
skin
like
comes off.
your skin
Yeah,
and
it's
muscles.
exactly like Dragon's Lair that we also need to stream at some point because
Here's
I've
the
written a whole
thing.
chapter on it.
The reason I loaded that is to have an excuse to load one of the best games on the Super Nintendo. Because it's one thing to play Ghouls and Ghosts and get frustrated at Arthur kind of sucking it up. And I wish I had made it far enough to die to Firebrand, which is where almost everybody like is supposed to die the first time. But you can just play the Firebrand game instead, which is incredible and very much Halloween vibes. Look, we're gonna go fuck up Arthur now.
Wait, are we the
We're-
monster now?
Yeah, we are the gargoyle who eats Arthur from Ghouls and Ghosts now. The big flying red dude who's like so annoying in that game.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
This is the 3rd game in Firebrand's franchise, and sadly the last one.
Look at that, like
And how fun is it?
decaying dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. This one is kind of a Metroidvania.
He's moving like Kraid in Super Metroid.
He is. Listen to the music here too. Like everything about this rules.
Is this a Metroidvania, Ryan? Yes.
Kind of
Arrow.
is the right answer. As
Kind of.
usual, Arrow knows what he's talking about. But let me get through this 2-phase boss first, and the game just starts with the boss for no good reason.
Look at that cool fog in the background.
The color schemes in the animation are really
This is one of the
gorgeous.
best looking games on the platform.
Yeah.
This is
down.
amazing looking. Also, that undead dragon is still bitching.
Yeah. He's angry.
I mean, I would be too. It
Also,
probably
the
doesn't
tree.
feel great.
Unlike most platformers, you can just hover forever. That's the gimmick here. Let's grab my HP. But look what
The
the
organ
first stage
cadence.
of this. Yeah, I love the organ cadence. Look what the first stage of this is. It's the other dimensional side of the graveyard. We're now in the demon realm instead of in the human realm.
And we have appropriately organs of horror. Some folks have
The
written about
attention to
these
detail
things.
in this little Super Nintendo game is wild, though. You can grab the wall with his bottom
Mhm.
2 feet or with his upper 2 feet, depending on where on the frame is. Like,
Mhm.
That's so impressive.
that's ridiculous is what
Yeah,
it
this
is.
is fun.
It's like an embarrassment of resources for this absolutely spectacular, perfect game. And
Ow.
It's a Metroidvania, kind of, because every stage that's not this opener has 3 or 4 different exits, a la Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to be starting to take the alternate exits to unlock new powers and new forms for Firebrand.
Mm-hmm.
That eventually, like, you can swim, you can charge, you can fly upwards, you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Here, we'll bank this. But the sprite warping effects, like, this is really pushing the system to what it, like, the maximum of what it can even think about doing.
So
If
cool.
somebody released this as like a pixel game in the style of this, saying that like without the constraints, you know, like just kind of making it look like that would be believable. This is so impressive. Yeah, if somebody was like, this is, I mean, I'm not as knowledgeable about this generation of games as y'all are, but like if somebody was like, yeah, I made this retro style game and tried to keep it faithful to the original, like I would believe that it was a newer game. This looks so cool.
Well, just look at how many frames his walking cycle takes up compared to, like, even Mega Man X. Like,
That's
this is
so
excellent. The animation on the fire projectile, like, compared to, like, and you're talking to 2 people on this call who adore and love Mega Man here, but, like, this projectile beats the shit out of the Buster. Like, look at how that animates as it flies. Here, we'll
I
pop
never
this
looked
guy.
at any of Mega Man's weapons.
I'm glad you like the farty sound a bunch.
I'm so glad you said it because it was like everything else has been very spooky and that was a little farty.
A little farty, a little bit like, oh, it's coming, you know, the tummy.
Why is Teams terrible? Why am I on here twice now?
I like
wait,
your old version of yourself.
I
That
did.
looks like, what the fuck?
Hold on. I know why Dana's on here twice, but I'm going to remove Dana number 1 and wait for it.
Dana 1.
We're going to add Dana 2. Hello,
She
Dana
said
2.
Teams twice too.
Only Dana.
There, Dana 2 is now on the call. Hi,
Am
Dana
I like
2.
doubling though? Is it all
No, you're great.
copacetic? I'm okay. Okay.
You are okay.
I don't know. It literally just like was like good night, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet. There's no Julianne lizard in my face. I'm not ready for good night.
Yeah,
I
want
want to come photograph your lizards and frogs so badly. Like I want to do glamour shots of your little critters.
I would love that. I would love to see those.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
My favorite content on all of Instagram is the little lizard highlight. I love that you made it a highlight too, so I can go back and like pull them up and like look at them again.
I want to do glamour shots.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
They can be very
They're
cute.
very
dramatic
photogenic.
with their eyeballs.
I also love the one that you used like to make the monogram for your wedding. That was like one of my favorite touches. I really like it.
So thank you.
That was excellent.
I have it saved to my phone from when you like were sharing the different ones.
I like, by the way, that unless you're frame perfect, the odds are that you will see this animation making this jump.
Yeah.
So they make sure you know that they cared
How
enough
good
to
they are.
animate that twice.
Yeah. So just to reiterate for anybody on the call who hasn't read the stuff or ain't a musicologist, spent a decent amount of work on the use of organ in horror. Some of our favorites in the field, Neil Lerner has written about it as it pertains to early horror film, like 1930s era, and like the association with Phantom of the Opera as well. It all comes out of Gothic stuff, and Isabella Van Elfren is also kind of our go-to for like talking about what makes a thing Gothic in gaming and elsewhere. But a lot of monstrosity is about taking something familiar and sort of profaning it in some way. And so you take like sacred tropes like an organ that you're going to find in usually a Catholic church, right? And then you have like the evil person playing it. You are making it grotesque. And so there's a lot of like, ways that those symbols will get kind of twisted around to create a horrific effect. But also with organs specifically, like you can have an organ in your house, but like a pipe organ is only going to exist in this other building. So it's like, it's kind of inconvenient. There's like an association with expertise and years of study and complexity, because like not only is there a keyboard, there's multiple, registers to deal with, and all of the stops and the foot pedals. So that it's just like a mechanically very complex instrument to play.
Mechanically, look, you can shoulder tackle stuff aside so now.
Cool.
If you go back, the guy will comment otherwise.
And so there's like an association that like an organist is kind of an unusual, like isolated individual. They're like up there in the choir loft. Like, what are they doing in there? And that kind of plays into it too.
So in some churches, I think organists sometimes had like apartments in the church. Like I think the cathedral down in Cincinnati, the Episcopal Cathedral, had like an organist apartment like in the church.
Makes sense.
Like you could, and I think I have actually met
at weird hours to practice.
They don't live in the pipes. They don't live in the like 128-foot stuff. Is my house.
Right,
I think I have been to one house. I think it had pipes, but to be fair, it was also a castle.
We're gonna try this.
It's cool.
For
it was extremely
Arrow's
cool.
sake. Here, hold on.
Ooh.
We're gonna get that before we die. But if we continue, we're gonna count that as a success. We now have the hand talisman, which lets us fire 2 fireballs at once. So this is a Metroidvania in the sense that we are gonna continuously upgrade ourselves throughout here.
So one of the things. Oh, sorry. I wanted to think about the organ thing. One of the things I think about that is fun with the organ, or the organ is a good illustration of, is you talk about how the original connotation, the original thing that made it horrific was its association with the sacred. And now I think a lot of people, if they don't go to a church that is like high church, if you want to say like high liturgical church, their primary association with the organ is probably horror. And it's almost like the euphemism treadmill, but like the evolution of how what that is primarily representing, like the thing that is supposed to be funny, or the thing that is the referent, is now no longer common parlance. And that's just that is always really interesting to me, how those connotations evolve and become denotations in some ways.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments in the Neil Lerner Layers of Fear, is that the one? Neil Lerner.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So Jordan, I'm not sure about the DSE Ray
collection, right? Yeah.
Because I don't know how common it is for people to recognize. Oh, you're thinking of a different thing. So you're not thinking of, because it's a Requiem Mass. So you're thinking about the transformation sort of with the Symphony Fantastique and making it occult-ish instead of.
Well, and that's also like the occultification of sacred things in horror is kind of in that same vein. Where absolutely, like, it's, to be fair though, I think musical structurally, like, it.
Oh, that was a cool little
being in a church
face,
mode.
sorry.
DAC Ray is akin to basically minor, so it sounds kind of creepy and fateful on its own to a modern ear. That's a very Metroidy boss. Look at that.
Yeah,
it's gloopy.
Ugh.
I think along with that too, it's a little more complicated, I think, with the DSE Ray, because it still does, I think of like the Verdi Requiem and other major works that quote that. And so it still has connotation, it still has things that are like both sacred, but also sort of dramatic. And I don't think that one is as obvious to lay person as a church organ would be, because the organ is very timbral, and I think that's a lot of times easier for folks to pick up on than a motivic thing, especially if it's not sung. Like in the K-pop Demon Hunters version, it helps that they're singing.
Yeah.
The words while they drum.
Right.
Yeah, and it's it's a prayer, right? It's mentioning the Day of Judgment and like fear about that, but it's praying against that. But yeah, so it's all part of the same idea. But one of my favorite, whichever Neil Lerner has written about horror, he has a whole edited collection on it, where he talks about Jekyll and Hyde, among other things. But he mentions that there's kind of an interesting kind of like subtextual aspect of organ equals horror, which is that there's actually like a sexual frustration element implied in it, and it has to do with like a pun on the word organ and manual dexterity, and like he makes the point way better than I am recalling it on stream, but there is kind of like the creepy loner up in the choir loft, frustrated in life, and isolated from others, and therefore resorting to his organ. Which is it's a really interesting side note to all of that, and then to be that guy, I also drew on all of that literature because I wrote about Bach.
Yeah, I'm assigning your stuff and some video of you giving this type of talk over the organ boss in Returnal when we're gone for Halloween.
Nice.
I need to send this to our organist that's doing the spectacular.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
She should.
She would actually read it.
Anyway, that's enough.
It's also I do like to not. I don't like being like, oh, read my stuff, everybody. But I do love, because like ultimately my scholarship is usually very self-serving. Like I'm not doing a tenure dossier, so if folks read it and like it, great. But like I usually got something out of doing it in the first place, so so I don't really need the accolades or anything. But the cool thing about that was I failed my first year exams on Bach, and because it was all Lutheran Bach, and I had
oh, that's my world here.
Yeah, I know, it's your world, so you would have been fine. But I know instrumental Bach very well. I'm a violinist, so like I've played Brandenburg concertos, and I've played the Bach concertos, and certainly know some of the organ music, but like I didn't really know cantatas, and the question was Bach cantatas, so I totally failed it, and had to do a rewrite, and like that was part of those exams. They're like, you have to experience the humility of like, you really don't know everything in music history, no matter how much you study. And in undergrad, I had my early music professor was an expert in Marian motets. So like, I probably knew more about like motets than the average other person in my program, right? Like you all just have different experiences. So anyway, I failed that, redid it. And then this Bach article ended up getting published in the Bach Journal of the Riemenschneider Bach Institute, and it won like an award for like best Bach related publication that year.
and it is fantastic.
Just such vindication.
How full circle that I failed my Bach exams and then ended up like winning this award.
So can we move from very Lutheran organ-y stuff to very Catholic chant for a minute here? Because this piece we are hearing now is actually the second Catholic chant written for Castlevania. The first one comes from Rondo of Blood, which is a Kyrie, and you may have heard it before, the Kyrie eleison. And the idea is that Dracula is Antichrist here, which gives it this very sacrilegious, like demonic bent. That's very good. This is the sequel to Rondo of Blood, and so we get the next order of the Catholic Mass here. We don't have a Kyrie. We already did that. Now we're later in the service.
We got a Gloria.
Yes,
usually
and
that's next.
This unique edition of the game, this is the Sega Saturn version of Symphony of the Night. And we're going to be Maria Renard here, which is not possible on the PlayStation version. Dracula X Nocturne in the Moonlight instead of Symphony of the Night.
But yeah, it's fun that, lots of folks have, of course, noticed that, there's so much, organ association with horror and all that. But there's been some really cool work on it, and it's very fun to read. I really like how Neil Lerner writes. He's got such, a meticulousness and a clarity. I actually was just starting. Karen sent us, and I forgot to mention it on stream because we were in other tangents, but Karen sent a bunch of us a copy of her new book, which is on histories of game sound technology. And Neil has the opening chapter in it. Yes, that one. Neil has the opening chapter in it on pinball, and I was reading that 2 days ago, and I didn't finish it yet, but I was thinking just how meticulous his research has been, because that's been a project he's been working on for a really long time, and I just love reading everything by him. And I'm also biased because he was on my dissertation committee, but I will never not be so flattered that he offered to do that for me, because I look up to him so much for both his disability work and his video game work. And
this is not the normal track that plays here. Because this is the one Castlevania track that's missing from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And the Saturn version has this really fun version.
Yeah.
This is a fun version of this.
Yeah.
I love the music gets out of the way of the fireball.
It's okay, hold on. It's like when
Literally
you turn
ducking.
down the radio when you're concentrating driving.
Yeah.
My car automatically turns down the volume when you put it in reverse.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh wow.
Very 90s club drone. New jack swing. Yeah.
Oh wait, I can do this. Hold on.
How high can this lady jump?
Up. Come on. If I start here, will it work, or am I too far? I'm so stubborn. Hold on. There we go. I want to point out we have not looped yet. But sadly, we'll transition to the normal music now.
They're really having fun with their text animations.
Yes.
They're looking like me the first time I got to do PowerPoint animations.
And let's go fight the first boss here, and then do a bonus thing. We'll call it for the night.
This is a fun one. I'm excited for what's the game we're doing with Laura?
World of Horror.
World of Horror.
I thought I had it, but I lost my Indiecade copy, so I had to buy it the other day.
Oh wow.
To teach it.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. The game I've been playing in my stress about my phone being broken and the incompetency surrounding getting it fixed is Whisper of the House, which is if you took the DLC of Happy Home Paradise or whatever it's called from Animal Crossing New Horizons, where you design the homes for people. And then it had a baby with unpacking. But then that baby was really into like spooky supernatural stuff.
What a weird baby. What a cool baby.
So like you do the decor, but there's also like you'll pull things out of the box that you have to use in the room like at random, like in unpacking where you're like, oh, what's in this box, right? And they all have like different themes, but then like there's like bits where you're like, oh, let me investigate this, or there's like cursed items, and there's this whole other like underlayer to the narrative that I have really been enjoying. But it's cozy in the sense of like the gameplay is very, very simple, and just like a good like turn the brain off kind of thing. So I've been playing that. But I need to play some Hellblade 2 because I need to pull some footage.
Right, we're gonna run back to the beginning of the game actually, so bear with me a minute, team.
So I gotta be good. But once I get this manuscript shipped off tomorrow, then I can kind of focus on getting that footage.
And it won't take us very long. We're not that far along here.
I'm excited for my Hellblade work. It's been a long time coming. And like in the best way.
I owe you an email as soon as I'm off the stream tonight regarding not your Hellblade work, but my students.
Yeah, you also owe me stuff for JSMG so I can submit tomorrow.
Oh, do I owe you things? Oh shit. Okay.
I texted you earlier, man.
Yeah, okay, hold on. I'll do it.
It's mostly like a bio, which I could grab from other places, but
no, I'll get you one.
And alt text for your things. That's the only thing that might take you a few minutes, but those things could be adjusted later. But
no, I'll get it done. I owe you stuff. Good for it.
Yeah, your article looks great though.
Good.
I feel terrible, but the W and the now loading is making me insane because that is not a W.
I don't like how the A's are like leaning the wrong way.
Yeah, they're like the slosh version, and so they're not they're not set up to be in an all caps situation.
Like the A cuddling against the R doesn't look right to me.
It's like, compatible with that, and then like backwards. It only works at like the beginning of a word. It's not meant to be at the end of a word. It's meant to be like a slosh. But the W now.
It's like italicized when nothing else, like almost italicized, but nothing else is.
Wrong move. Sorry, everybody. That zombie got fucked up.
So many zombies on stream.
It's a 270 to get the kick to come out. What we're gonna do though is check out. This is open in the Saturn version, and you can glitch yourself down here with Richter in the PlayStation version. But there's a save point right here, and that's as far as you can go. Mm-hmm. In the Saturn version of the game, there's a whole new area down here that's exclusive to this version.
Look at that W.
Yeah.
That is an RV.
Listen to this track.
Ooh. So cool.
Oh, I love the bass timbre.
I love what this drummer is doing.
This is like a very like Sega take. I don't know how to describe why I have that opinion, but I do.
Oh, the panning with the drums. That was fun.
Like, it's funkier than it has to be. Positively.
Mm-hmm. Funky. Positive.
Totally gonna eat it down here, though.
Is a skeleton breeder a pregnant skeleton or a skeleton who like raises
I think it raises other skeletons.
Okay.
It is not a pregnant skeleton. That'd be like a nasty meme adjacent way of naming that critter. Though.
Is that the tree from Kirby?
I was gonna say Cuphead. It has such Cuphead vibes.
It does. And this enemy is not in the normal game.
So cartoony.
It's too goofy for Castlevania. Most of this
It
area
is pretty goofy for Castlevania.
Unused material.
I was gonna say they have those maternity shirts for people who like have enough of a bump in pregnancy, because like you don't always have it line up with Halloween depending on when you are pregnant. But I did. I was very pregnant and able to incorporate my bump into my costume. But they have ones where it's like a skeleton outline, for you, but then they have like a little baby skeleton in, like where your womb is, like on the shirt. So you can be like, look, everyone, there's like a baby
I'm a
skeleton.
breeder, not groomer.
Yeah, I'm
groomer.
Also
Sarah,
a terrible
you've
different
made that
box.
comment before that the average number of skeletons per body is more than one because of pregnancy.
Yeah. Isn't
Like,
that weird?
Good, fun
It blows my mind it sounds gross and weird and wrong.
It does. It's like when you say there's many numbers as there are even numbers, because for every number there is a 2n. For every n there's a 2n. So there's as many even numbers as numbers, and that also feels weird. But I guess the other option would be like a dog breeder is somebody who raises dogs, right? So it might just be like this dude that's just going around like he's a grave robber, and he thought that sounded better.
But like, I don't know, he's like feeding and housing the
Jordan has
the skeletons
contributed to
until
this
they can get
conversation
adopted.
correctly, right? The average human has less than 2 legs.
That's true.
Do the legs that I made count towards my leg count?
No.
When they were
Sorry,
inside
you don't own your children's legs. That's not the same.
I did when they were. So in Judaism, a fetus is considered, or at least it used to be considered to be described as part of the mother's thigh.
Oh.
Thigh?
I don't
Yeah,
love
that was sort of the language used. It's a body. It's part of the body. And specifically, yeah.
For what? Why that?
Well, there's a lot of stuff in biblical Hebrew that is a euphemism used for things. So there's like in the story of, for example, Ruth, when Ruth uncovers Boaz's feet. Feet were often used as
I'm just
as
going to try to
euphemism for-
survive here. Listen to this.
For what? Sorry.
Oh no, you have to have the tension.
I know.
No free feet. Gotta earn it.
Genitals.
Euphemism.
Feet was a euphemism for male genitals.
Yeah.
So when the cherubim and the seraphim are covering their feet with their wings, they might have just been covering their crotch. And so it is not clear in the book of Ruth which sense, or perhaps the ambiguity is both, of Boaz's feet did Ruth uncover.
Okay, so is this why there's that old joke
What
about
about the
like?
washing of the feet?
No, by that point, those are just feet.
Okay.
Oh my god.
By
good.
that point,
Okay.
because that's in Greek.
Yeah,
That's in Greek, not Hebrew.
different.
That's in
I
Greek.
needed to know that for sure.
I was gonna say, is this why there's the joke about like a guy's shoe size correlating?
No, I think it's totally unrelated. It's just one of those things that there are a lot of euphemisms for So there's this really fun book.
How did I have
called
this really
God.
nice Halloween game to close us out and we end on this? You guys are all the worst.
I was
not even
gonna
my
say
fault
serious
this time.
There's
scholar.
more than one skeleton per body for pregnant people. And
Yeah.
There's a scholar by the name of Francesca Stavrakopoulos that wrote a book called God and Anatomy that talks about the ways that like ancient Near Eastern peoples considered the idea of divinity. And it also talks about a lot of these things that really do literally get lost in translation. And I find that fascinating.
No, see, look, she's dropping a legitimate citation. This
She
is
is,
a
she
scholarly
is.
stream.
It's true.
That's cool. I would need
Just
to read that.
because fun was had, laughs were made.
It's
I
a
think that's
fun
fascinating.
fact. The next time you read the Book of Ruth, you'll be like, what? Which feet?
But yeah, I don't know. Sarah, were you ever pregnant, like very visibly at Halloween? I don't remember with the timings of yours.
Because Amelia was born at the end of September, and Naomi, when I saw you in, but I love. Okay,
Sarah
I find
was
biblical
at least
scholarship.
one time visibly pregnant over Halloween because
that was when I was pregnant with Naomi.
Yes,
but I was only like
she wasn't showing that much yet though, because like I didn't know until I gave a triggering talk about child loss.
And then I like ugly cried in
she
public.
Ugly cried and then told me. I was like, I gave a trigger warning to not watch my talk.
To support you, and then it was so much worse.
Yeah. Come to my talk on That Dragon Cancer, where we talk about a 1-year-old's battle with like
especially
a brain tumor.
My
awesome.
oldest had been in the NICU, and so I was not expecting it to hit me that hard. And then like all the sounds of the NICU, and then like strangers were like coming up to me, like offering me. They're like, I don't have a tissue, but I have a napkin.
Yeah, and that paper has made other people cry. But I felt really bad. But I was gonna say
you shouldn't feel bad. It wasn't your fault.
That's a much
my pregnancy
more
was
difficult,
very far along.
Introduction to your friend is pregnant than me ordering a margarita much larger than Marty O'Donnell's margarita and getting called out for it, which was Sarah's experience with me while she was pregnant.
That's funny. So my Halloween costume was between two things, because I was like, well, I'm gonna have enough of a bump to like actually like make that part of the costume. And one of them that I considered was to do chain chomp, where you turn the belly into like the chain chomp from Mario, and it's just a black shirt with the face on it, and then you can have like a little like wallet chain like attached to it. So that's cute. But what I ended up doing was I did Kool-Aid Man, and I made a brick wall out of foam core board that I like pulled apart, and then I would like bust through it and be like, oh yeah. And I won a costume contest at the Nerd Bar.
It was very good.
Did you share your winnings with Josephine?
No, they didn't last long enough. They did not survive the pandemic. We ended up using the gift card they were doing like food takeout during the pandemic, so we ended up getting food takeout. But yeah, they're a bar, so I couldn't have done too much to share it with her. But
I wasn't sure if maybe you got like a nice trophy. Kids love a nice trophy.
Yeah, Jordan, I'll have to show you a picture. I'm pretty proud of it. I get into costumes and Halloween, so I've had some really good costumes in the past. My favorite one probably ever was the year that I went as Duck Hunt, the game Duck Hunt.
Yes, that was excellent.
And I hand painted like the whole thing, and I walked around with the zapper in my hand. That was a good one.
Last thing before we go, we have a few weeks yet before we have to know. But if you're going to be at AMS and we don't know about it, you should be letting us know.
Yeah, because...
Or SMT, it's because it's both.
Right, yes, SMT. It's the joint
if you're going to
conference
AMSMT, yeah, because if you want to eat really well, you might want to attach yourself to me and Sarah and Ryan, because we have some fun things planned.
Yes, oh my gosh.
So stoked.
I'm also going, but it's like, don't attach yourself to me. Let me just do what I need to do.
This is very much in the spirit of Julian's.
Going, but now that
stay
I know
away
you're
from me
there.
Physically, please.
Yeah, now that I know you're going to be there,
that's
we'll
like
make sure.
A good thing. Well,
I'll send you some of the places we're looking at.
Yeah.
I have a document of I did this last year too, where I like
Julian,
compiled
we'll
all the places
really
I'm interested
right
in.
After we end this call, actually. In fact,
Yeah.
let's do that and talk about awesome food.
I know.
Spoilers to the rest of you all. We're the best at this, and Minneapolis is where I went to grad school. So, be with us. In any case, we'll be back next week.
Also, we're funny.
And we'll hang out. We are funny and the best people. It's true. You all are also the best people.
And
too.
there's a
Put up with our
possibility
nonsense.
Ryan and I will be giving a joint After Dark paper.
Yeah, we have to wait and see if we're accepted. But
we have to wait and see if we're accepted. But we
on the
had a
program
pretty
committee?
strong.
we have a very strong abstract. I feel
We have a strong
We'll wait and hear
abstract.
Back.
The way that we adapted existing material that we have already presented on stream, I think we decided to take it in exactly the right direction.
Yes, the
That
correct direction for After Dark. Anyway,
That is such a tactical win, also, when you have already done the homework.
for sure. All right, we'll see y'all next week, team. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Something spooky.